have assessed our encounter with the Netherbrain from every angle. I know why we failed. The problem was not the stones. The problem was you. You can make only one move at a time, but the Netherbrain calculates every possible move at once. It knows what you will do. It knows everything you could possibly do. You cannot outmaneuver it. To defeat it, you would have to think like an Elithid. Better yet, be one. Your mind is not capable of this. Mine is. You will give the stones to me. I will assimilate Orpheus, and then I will be able to leave this prison to face the brain.
Assimilate him? Skvar! We must drive a blade through the foul prince's belly.
If you kill Orpheus now, you will doom yourself to be the Netherbrain's thrall. You cannot approach the brain without the prince's protection. I can consume his thoughts, his knowledge, his brain, his powers. The process would kill him.
The traitor prince dead at last. My queen's mission fulfilled. No, I will not accept it. This cannot be the only way. Vlaakith will provide.
Is this not the outcome your queen wanted, Lae'zel? A reward will be yours for the taking. The prince will be dead, and we will still stand a chance against the Netherbrain. Now, give me the stones.
Within the recesses of your mind, another possibility sparks. You might refuse the Emperor and break Orpheus free with the hammer. You can defeat the Netherbrain with the Prince as an ally. Afterwards, Lae'zel can strike down Prince Orpheus. Vlaakith's bidding will be done.
I told you we have to trust one another. I told you the Githyanki would only want to kill you for what you are. Still, you choose to break our alliance. Even united, the Netherbrain was going to be an impossible enemy. But apart, we have no chance of survival. Very well. Since you will not work with me, you work against me. You leave me no option but to join the Netherbrain.
As the Githyanki prince takes his blade, a silent cry pierces your head. It's unlike any sensation you've ever felt.
You reek of Elithid. You fornicated with a mind flayer. And you slaughtered my honor guard. Nonetheless, it seems we must be allies.
The traitor prince. Vlaakith's would-be usurper. Speaking with him is pointless. He knows only the language of Gaeth heresy.
Make no mistake. Were it not for our common goal, I would strangle you where you stand. Your very existence tests my self-restraint. I will neither forgive nor forget your abuse of my powers.
That is false. You had the opportunity to surrender yourself to my honor guard. They would have given you a noble end. Any worthy individual destined to become Gaek would have done so. My guard would have freed me, and I would have stopped the Elder Brain before it evolved into a Nether Brain. All that suffering, avoidable, were it not for the choices you made. In this, we are aligned. I am obliged to overlook your transgressions. We will destroy the Netherbrain together, and put a stop to this nascent empire before it expands into the stars. The Geik was correct about one thing. The Netherbrain's power is beyond us. The hardest metal in the world would not cut through its mind, for it is made of thought itself. At this point, it will take an Illithid to unleash the full potential of the Netherstones.
I've heard enough! My queen demands your head. It is time I take it.
There is not. We face a Netherbrain. For there to be one way to defeat it is unlikely enough. There will not be another.
Wait. Maybe you don't have to. It should be me. I'm dying. My heart feels like a live grenade. Gonna blow any minute. You still have a life to live. I don't. If this is the end for me, let me be the motherfucker who saved the world. Anytime, soldier.
K'Choki, I will hear no more of this nonsense. Vlaakith's mission is eternal, immutable. Our path ends here. On this day, Gith's son shall perish by my hands.
A moment passes, and you feel Lae'zel relent.
Orpheus, rotten seed of Great Mother Gith, shame of the Empire. No sight makes me sicker, no name kindles such rage. If I'm to end the Netherbrain and its grand design, it seems I must call you ally. But I will never call you my prince.
Then we've nothing to discuss. Disciple of Vlaakith. You, Tiefling. You would volunteer your life for the greater good. You would make the ultimate sacrifice. I thank you. The Netherbrain wants nothing more than to see all infected become Geik. My defenses keep the voice of the Absolute out. But just as I can raise them, so I can lower them. I will allow the voice of the Absolute in. Once it reaches you, it will order you to transform. It will only take a moment. And once you are a Mind Flayer, I will fold you under my protection once more. You will be the savior of empires. Not least, my own.
With the withdrawal of Orpheus's power, Karlach's mind is rushed with the full force of the Netherbrain. The very fabric of her being is torn apart and reformed in an agonizing process that is ending too soon. Then, stillness. She stands transformed, once again closed off from the Netherbrain's mind.
My people will remember you, Tiefling. The rebel Illithid who stood beside their reborn prince and ended the grand design. Let us return now to the city and follow the path of the Netherbrain.
Painful,
Come,
to say the least.
time for us to meet our fate. Most
This is wild. I myself, but more. It's like I'm beyond myself. I can sense things I never knew were there. And my engine, it's silent. No heat. No gears. Still there, but no longer threatening to explode. Soldier? Yes. Yes. My God. Is it possible? Shit. I'm gonna be alright. I get to be alive. I get to stay. As a hideous monster, sure. But one that can feel, think, live. But I'm still myself. And I know what our mission is. I'm glad I get to do the honors.
I never thought I'd be happy to hear a Geihor live. Yet, my heart is very glad, Karlach.
I'll do you one better than good. Let's do something absolutely legendary.
We've a city to save. I think it's about time we got started.
I shall slay the traitor prince once the brain has fallen. Mark my words. Nothing will stop me.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Of the comet has come! Shavar Orpheus! Shavar Orpheus! Shavar Orpheus!
Vos, my most loyal friend. How good to set eyes on you.
You honor me. Your radiance. Lae'zel to Lakmagir. Thanks to you, the skies above Tunarath shall tremble with psalms. Orpheus will take the truth to the people. We will slay the Lich Queen. Our chains will be cleaved.
Lae'zel remains painfully silent in the face of Vos's fervor. She still seeks Vlaakith's favor.
When the hammer struck, the air's psionic cry shook the plains and marked his locus. Vlaakith will have heard it too, and she won't stand idle.
The Queen will have her due in time. Today, we strike at the brain. This champion holds the key to its defeat. Stand by for orders, Vos. Answer to her as you would answer to me.
As you wish, Prince Orpheus.
Forward! The Nether Brain falls this day. Let it be the first victim in the war for the skies!
We have lost much already, and we will lose more before the day is out. But even when the last soul falls, Baldur's Gate will stand. For Baldur's Gate is more than just a city. It is more than a place of opportunity for those of mercantile spirit. More than a place of refuge for those who are lost. More than a home for friends, loved ones, and adventuring souls. Baldur's Gate is a place where anyone can find what they need, if they're just willing to fight for it. Today, Baldur's Gate needs us. Today, we fight for... You're late, friend. This is the one you spoke of.
The very same. The champion we've been waiting for. The one who will save Baldur's Gate from ruin.
The Fist examines your illithid ally with suspicion. He was not expecting the savior of Baldur's Gate to be accompanied by a mind flayer.
Appearances may change, but they do not mask the one within. This one, I know. Observe with whom it traveleth. Friends. This mind flare will fight with thee. It will save thy city and thy lives.
The Fist eyes your illithid ally with suspicion, softening to curiosity. His hostility melting at the recognition that there's more behind those eyes than malice.
My steel is yours, and I'm not alone.
Never thought I'd be fighting alongside a mind flayer. But I'll fight with you. With magic.
I'm better at crafting steel than wielding it. Your friend here is armored and potion-fueled and ready for battle.
I have marshaled the best the Flaming Fist has to offer. We will fight to the last.
The Moon Maiden's silver light is a shield in dark times. Today, it is mine to wield.
And I hold her sword.
Whatever strength I have to lend, I will lend it. I will make my city proud again.
You can count on me, little squid. I thirst for the hunt.
I made some improvements to Ramesses' arcane artillery. Give the word and the sky falls on any who stand in your way.
Not sure what I have to offer a mind flare, if I'm honest. But I hope my words of encouragement and reassurance will strengthen your resolve.
The journey has been brutal, but I stand here a Hell Rider once more. And I would die a proud man if I died this day.
I want my city back. And I've brought the toughest bastards from the guild to get the job done.
Your father has sent me to your aid again, chosen one. Together we will bring new glory to his name. I will bless you in the coming battles. Let us bathe the way in blood.
My people have never hunted a monster this large. They are eager to join the fray.
All the strength of the lands we healed flows through me, and from me to you. No matter what form you take.
Glad to have you with us, and not a moment too soon.
The air is thick with anticipation. All eyes are on you. They're expecting a speech, something to stir their hearts and put fire in their bellies for the fight ahead.
Well said. We'll prepare ourselves. We'll be ready when you call upon us. Balduran's grace be with you.
Occurs to you as you gaze at the monstrosity above. Gale's orb remains an option, one that could put an end to the Absolute once and for all.
You're plotting something, aren't you? Come on then, out with it. I'd rather know before we take on that cerebral monstrosity. I thought I made my feelings plain. I do not want to take that step. Not anymore. I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Should the worst transpire, we seem destined to fail. Well, the orb remains an option. I truly hope it does not come to that.
The crown of Karsus, the site of power, the site of domination.
Looks like that crown could use some nether stones. If these things were ever going to work, it's now.
That face. The one in my dreams.
I know you. I know everything about you. Your thoughts, your feelings, your weaknesses. And so do they.
Feel it. A sudden shift. The brain is weakening. Its grasp of itself slipping. This is your chance.
Will not submit!
Even bound, its will is stronger than anything you've ever felt. The chains shake, threatening to break at any moment.
Feeble resistance. Absolute freedom. Impossible. Pain. Fear. Terror. Reconsider. Assess. Implore. Surrender.
Subdued. At last. This is its death rattle.
Spare me. Join me. Wield me. Become absolute!
This is it, soldier. This is what we fought for. Time to end this thing.
The brain is on the cusp of its final thought, and it's taking all of Karlach's strength to keep it there. An opportunity, perhaps. You glimpse the lifelong destiny promised by your father. Enslave, dominate, ruin. In your father's name, you must seize your rightful claim to the brain, not destroy it. If you do not, then he will flay and shred your mind. so it cannot even comprehend the horrors he will plague you with.
No more tadpoles, Brain. It's time to die.
My master. I must obey. I must end.
Nightmares and the screams of legions upon legions of unborn Inipids. The pain rips through you, obliterating all thought, all feeling. And tadpole burns in your brain. Silence. The overbearing quiet of your father's disappointment before the rush of your tragic fall. Everything you did, everything you sacrificed, it was worth it. For this.
It's done. The Netherbrain is defeated. Along with the grand design, Vlaakith be praised.
My powers, they're draining. Just like Mazora said they would. A small price to pay in the grand scheme of things.
It's over. It's truly over. Against all odds, we cured ourselves. Free from the parasite. Free from the prospect of ceremorphosis. I can hardly believe it. We will not become accursed Illithids. Not to cast any slight on you, of course. Your present form is but a sign of your gallantry.
It's all right. I knew what I was doing.
I will ensure that all Githyanki know your name and your sacrifice. What you have done today will start a fire that rages across the astral plane. With their lost prince returned, my people will burn away Vlaakith's corruption. And it is all thanks to you, the Illithid who defied a Netherbrain.
I did, didn't I? I saved the fucking world. And I think I might live long enough to tell the tale too.
I thank you, my liberator, my savior.
Save your thanks, traitor. They are hardly worth the breath you waste to speak them.
You are blinded by your loyalty, child. Still, I cannot blame you. A false queen's lies may yet ring true to honorable ears.
You dare speak ill of my queen? I will end you, Orpheus.
Even as she would have struck me down, I cannot celebrate this child's death. Her devotion to her queen was without fault. It was Vlaakith who failed her. Githka Tavkim Harak. Lae'zel. My people are leaving, and I must leave with them. I shall not speak of Lae'zel's final act. Her story will be written as it was before. A warrior who ended the grand design. Julas! Farewell, Gestil, my liberator.
With the Githyanki gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city, smoldering, waiting to be rebuilt. But it seems that Gale's mind is elsewhere.
The crown. It's somewhere in the Gionthar. If I salvage the stones, I can reforge it. The power of Karsus would be in my hands. But what then? What would I do with it once I have it? And what kind of god would I be? No kind the world will suffer for the absence of. And, I hope, there are plenty on mortal soil who would regret my absence. If this adventure has taught me anything, it's that there are things in this world far more valuable than power. You, for example. You're always wiser than me when it mattered most. Besides, grown quite fond of this merry band of ours, but I'd quite like to see what happens to it. I'm sure Mistra will summon me soon enough, but until then, I propose we celebrate our victory the mortal way, with a drink in our hands and reckless abandon in our hearts.
I assume you will not be surprised to learn I long to escape the city. I miss silence, greenery.
I honestly don't mind what we do once we get to the... Ow! What the... Oh no. Oh God. Well, it was nice when it lasted. Ah! I'm sorry. I have to go.
I suppose that's the last time any of us will see him. And the last time I'll ever see the sun.
Your thoughts wander from your companions and everything you endured to your own piteous fate. If only you defied your father when you had the chance and freed yourself of your dark desires. But it's too late now. Your destiny is set. Your very blood shall clot with the urge, and that hungry desire will consume you. You may have freed the world from the control of the Netherbrain, but you are not yet free. Your father is angry. What foul punishment awaits you now that you have rejected him?
What are you doing? No!
You've butchered so many before, each death a gift to your father. This one, you will take from him. This one is just for you.
Who flickerest there? The poor brave soul who hath defied the Lord of Murder, the madman in king's clothing. With thy death thou hast given life to all the Lord of Murder would see undone. Thou hast made good on the promise of thy better heart. Tell me, adventurer, hero, friend, do the voices echo still? Thou art where thou must be, until thou goest where thou must go. Alone for now, bereft, only thou knowest.
But thy story endeth not here. Thy life may be forfeit, but thy death hath only begun to unfold. What awaiteth thee is a mystery, even to me. I cannot account for thee, adventurer, hero, friend. But I know thy story endeth not here. Death itself hath many byways, and thou might yet have a new and different role to play.
You dare speak ill of my queen? I will end you, Orpheus. It is done. A fitting death for a traitor. To slay a Geich was my sworn duty. To kill Orpheus was my privilege. My people are leaving, and I must leave with them. I must call out to Tunorath. My ascension's at hand. You are an honorable ally. I thought I would carry you. In truth, you oft carried me. I won't forget it. Silence now. I will speak the right. Vlaakith Barnasin. Vlaakith Ixaith. Vlaakith Tri-Nasaji.
You quiver in spite of yourself. Lae'zel shouts to the astral plane, seeking an answer. And before long, she has one.
A red dragon to carry me to Tunorath. The Queen's covenant is fulfilled.
You look on as Lae'zel soars to an uncertain fate. With the Githyanki gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city, smoldering, waiting to be rebuilt. But it seems that Gale's mind is elsewhere.
The crown. It's somewhere in the Giontha. If I salvage the stones, I can reforge it. The power of Karsus would be in my hands. But what then? What would I do with it once I have it? Sage and timely counsel, as always. And I intend to heed it. A wise man learns from his mistakes, and strives not to repeat them. I shall bring the crown to Mystra. She'll cure me of my affliction. And I'll finally be free. Ugh, no. Having seen what we've seen of those who chase godhood, I'm quite content with my mortality. If this adventure has taught me anything, is that there are things in this world far more valuable than power. You, for example. You're always wiser than me when it mattered most. Besides, growing quite fond of this merry band of ours, but I'd quite like to see what happens to it. I'm sure Mistra will summon me soon enough, but until then, I propose we celebrate our victory the mortal way, with a drink in our hands and reckless abandon in our hearts.
Excellent. Let's see if the elf song's still standing. Their Golden Sands brew goes down real easy.
I honestly don't mind what we do once we get to the... Ow! What the... Oh no. Oh God. Well, it was nice when it lasted. Ah! I'm sorry. I have to go.
I suppose that's the last time any of us will see him. And the last time I'll ever see the sun.
Your thoughts wander from your companions and everything you endured to your own piteous fate. If only you defied your father when you had the chance and freed yourself of your dark desires. But it's too late now. Your destiny is set. Your very blood shall clot with the urge, and that hungry desire will consume you. You may have freed the world from the control of the Netherbrain, but you are not yet free. Your father is angry. What foul punishment awaits you now that you have rejected him? Even now, your desires threaten to consume you. Your only hope is that a prison will be sufficient to contain you while you spend the rest of your life pondering your sins. But it seems your father has other ideas.
Thou remainest in thy chains, separate from the light of the world, removed from its temptations. Thou feared thou would be a slave to thy desires. Dost thou still fear that which lurks within thee? Hast thy cruel father taken all of thee that thou once was? There thou art, amid the ravenings of thy cruel sire, thy soul intact. The realm of men will forget thee, books left bare to be filled with falsehood, myth, and superstition. The tapestry of fate, however, will not forget, nor will I. Rest well, friend. Thou deservest as much. Till next we meet, remember, thou gave all thou wert to save lives, to reclaim the world from a fate most dire. Well done. balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. To you.
Many killing moons have waxed. As each set, more your mind waned. No mortal cell could hold you. The bars broke like bones. You pray with each new heart spillage. You worship with your diseased embrace, siring a mad legion. You scream, for you cannot speak. Yet, in the treacle pulp of your brain, something called you back. Here. What is this place? It was something, once. Bonds, warmth, strength, fear, love. Now you feel only impatience for these blood sacks to sleep, so you can strike with the death dream. Each time you unhinge your maw, the words of the prophet tumble forth. Not long now, not long. Wait until they are at rest to strike. Patience. You are Bhaal's stallion. Many of your own Bhaal spawn have been born to die in this half year. Your new children will become the tyrant's horde. Why do you spare even one thought for your forsaken mate? Now you are what he fears most. A starved ratling, an itching prowler, a reminder of his worst self, best left to history. The revelry is falling to a lull. Your witching hour draws close. Kill them all, Mad Bhaalban. Kill them all.